Sounds like something that Mary would say, and that's how she lives her life. She is loving and authentic. Thank you, Mary, for being a role model to me, for all you do for our school. Thanks, Frank, Jordan, Erica, and Justin for sharing your mom and your wife with us. Without further ado, there's something about Mary. Dr. Mary O'Leary Wiley.
For this incredible honor. Is the mic working? And thank you, Lisa, for your kind and gracious words. I am thrilled to be part of a group that includes so many people whose lives and work I admire. In fact, I'm still a little overwhelmed by the whole concept. Congratulations to both Joe Keller and Sue Toma. I am honored to be included in a group with each of you who have contributed so much to the BG and to the Altoona community in so many ways. Life comes at you fast, as the commercial says, and I am here tonight to testify that this is absolutely true. It seems like only a few years ago that I was sitting in the bleachers next door, cheering for Frank and the Marauders, listening to the BG pep band, and doing our Marauderette routine to Hawaii 5-0. Then again, it seems like just a few years ago that Frank and I sat in this space, cheering Jordan, Justin, and Erica as they learned in these classrooms, danced in this cafeteria. I used to have to promise them I wouldn't embarrass them when I chaperoned dances, and launched their lives as they each graduated from Bishop Guilfoyle. We have all been blessed by the presence of Bishop Guilfoyle Catholic High School in our lives. And as Catholics, and as members of this particular community, it is always our goal to give back, to make each place that has served us better by what we give in return. You see, my dad actually grew up on the land where we're standing tonight. He and his 8 O'Leary siblings lived on what was referred to then as the O'Leary Farm, though it was actually owned by the Diocese of Altoona-Johnstown. The farm, consisting of a farmhouse and a barn at this level of the property, and fields of crops up the hill, which is now Tom Irwin Field, was a benefit of working as the cemetery caretaker for Calvary Cemetery, which my grandfather did. The farmhouse and barn were torn down when the, quote, new building was built as part of Altoona Catholic High School in the late 1950s. So this space and this community have both been very special to me and my family for many decades. Why am I so passionate about Bishop Guilfoyle and his mission? Honestly, it's a question I've asked myself numerous times, especially when I'm going to meetings in the evening. I think Frank has asked too. The easy answer is that this school is a family tradition. Frank is the 6th and youngest of his family to graduate from here, and his mother was a graduate of one of the first classes, class of 1930. I and my 2 brothers all graduated from BG, and our dad was a graduate as a member of the class of 1939. On a personal level, Frank and I met here. As both of us were members of the class of 1972, we both learned, grew, and developed our relationship here. We had fun here. We made wonderful, dear, and lifelong friends here. Being from BG served us very well as we moved forward in our education, our marriage, and our lives. As parents, we couldn't have asked for more for Jordan, Justin, and Erica, who are proud members of the class of 2003, 2005, and 2008, respectively. This school provided a foundation in discipline, goodness, and scholarship for each of them. We are happy that BG was a part of our family into the next generation, and I continue to believe that investing carefully in the high school years is developmentally very wise. When we were living in Gaithersburg, Maryland, when the kids were little, there was frequent gang violence in the public school parking lots near us. And the Catholic high school cost about $15,000 a year to go to. And this was in the mid-90s, who knows what they cost now. Admission was highly competitive, and students split up from their 8th grade friends as they all moved on to different public and private high schools after graduation. We felt badly that our children couldn't have the same experience we had. A Catholic school system that embraced all students, that was affordable, and that developed a true and lifelong sense of community. And we realized that, like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz, there's no place like home. We moved home, and a very major factor in this move was so our children could have the benefits of Catholic education that we had received. Yet, the reason that I'm so passionate about Bishop Guilfoyle and its mission is deeper than any of these reasons. The mission of BG reflects what could be a mission statement for my life, probably for all of our lives, or at least for many of us, and I'll quote. The mission of Bishop Guilfoyle Catholic High School is to prepare young men and women for rewarding and productive lives in our global society. Young men and women of vision and passion who are securely grounded in Christian spirituality, academic proficiency, and personal accountability. I really couldn't have said it better myself. Our community, our Bishop Guilfoyle, aspires to develop and lead young people to develop vision and passion, to focus globally, to lead rewarding and productive lives. BG aspires to instill strong values of academic excellence and personal accountability. But most of all, BG aspires to develop a strong sense of Christian spirituality, not just in our students, but in all of us. I couldn't be prouder to be part of this community, and couldn't be happier to be part of this group known as the Ring of Honor. I pray that my life and actions always live up to these values and standards. I would like to thank so many people for their love and support. My husband, Frank, who has been an incredible life partner for 35 plus years. I love you with all my heart and am so blessed to share my life with you. Jordan, Justin, and Erica, you have each taught me more about life than I ever dreamed. I said I can give business talks and that's easy, but this stuff's hard. I thought being a mom would be about teaching you, but I was wrong. It's about you teaching me, and I thank each of you. My brothers Dennis and John and my sister-in-law Cindy for being the best family ever. My Uncle Jimmy Dumb and Aunt Doris Harrison, who are here with us tonight, we are blessed to have you here as representatives of my mom and dad. Their values and passion have been passed down to us, and we are forever grateful. The Wiley family, represented tonight by Susie and Jim Kaiser, Tom and Jan Wiley and Nick Wiley, who we are happy could share this special evening with us. Lisa Georgiana, Bob Kaysen, Janice Sidler, and Joan Georgiana, who kindly and sneakily nominated me for this honor. You make any volunteer work I do for BG loads of fun. Father Leo Lynch and Father Carl Spisak, for being wonderful friends and for often being partners in crime. Debbie O'Connor, without whose help I couldn't even get through a single day or week, let alone volunteer for things at BG. And to each and every one of our dear friends who are here with us to celebrate tonight, and all members of the BG community, we are so very blessed. Thank each of you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you, Mary. Just beautiful. Speaking of great principles, and before we move on with the program, someone who's been very special to me as a basketball coach, and always being able to go to the principal's office and talk to somebody that really cared about not only about our program, but about students, is Father Leo. And Father Leo is with us tonight. Father. The 5 o'clock Mass tonight at the Cathedral was done by Monsignor Mazer. And Monsignor Mazer's homily, he talked about what's a good teacher. And I thought, oh boy, I got to listen to him, because this might really help me at least say something intelligent as an MC tonight. And he said that what makes a good teacher is words and actions. The words that a teacher says, how the students listen, and how the teacher's actions have a huge impact on everyone in the classroom. And I thought, is this just ironic that I needed to hear something like this, because I already knew how great Miss Toma was anyway. And then hearing Monsignor Mazer's homily this evening, Did you have him say that? Thank you. So Ms. Thoma even tries to help me in subtle ways, and the things that he had to say tonight in the homily, I thought he was actually talking about Ms. Thoma. So if we can just watch the clip, and just to see the impact that Ms. Thoma's had over all the years for our students.
Simply stated, Suzanne Thoma is an outstanding teacher, as well as an outstanding person. She not only has an excellent grasp of the subject content, but has the unique ability to relate that content to her students in a manner which they can easily understand. A native of Dallas, Pennsylvania, Ms. Thoma has been a mathematics and physics teacher at Bishop Guilfoyle since 1989. With Suzanne Thoma, it is all about the students. Even though at times she can be tough like a drill sergeant, her warm smile lets students know that she cares. Ms. Thoma establishes high performance standards for her students. These standards relate not only to academics, but also to attitude and behavior. When students report to her classroom, they know what they are in for, an academic workout. While she demands hard work from students, the students know that she works equally as hard. While she requires students to be attentive, she gives them her undivided attention, and if there is any way to help them, during class, or after school, she will. After school, she volunteers countless hours of her free time to serve as faculty sponsor for the very active Student Council, as well as faculty sponsor for a very talented academic scrimmage team. She also shares her energy in helping with enrollment efforts, notably Family Fun Night and Catholic Schools Week. Not only is she a leader in the students' eyes, she is a leader on the faculty level. She has shared her expertise with the Strategic Planning Committee and the BG Community Forum effort. She is teacher coach for the Literacy Across the Curriculum program that trains other teachers in incorporating strategies to address literacy issues in their respective academic areas. She is also the Science Department representative on the Faculty Administrative Council. Bishop Guilfoyle is a better place because of Ms. Thoma. Ms. Thoma loves to teach, and she loves her students. She shows it, students know it, and they respond in a positive manner. For Ms. Thoma, teaching is more than a job. It is a true vocation. The entire Bishop Guilfoyle community extends its congratulations and gratitude to Miss Suzanne Thoma, who exemplifies the value and spirit of Bishop Guilfoyle Catholic High School.
When I think about impact of Ms. Thoma, there's somebody else that is quite an impact here at Bishop Guilfoyle, and that's the person that will induct Ms. Thoma as a presenter tonight, Mrs. Janice Sidler. Janice?
I would have to have Mary Wiley and Lisa Georgiana be first, because I didn't write anything. Anything I say to you now is going to come from the hip. When Suzanne asked me to present her, one, I was flattered, and two, I was just really glad because I was going to be able to share with a lot of people my personal story, as well as all that you've already known from the program and from the video and from all that we know about Suzanne, because we know Suzanne. And so I decided that I was going to get some help tonight from some of the kids when they walked into the door, and have them help me through this. And so as they walked in the door tonight, I said, okay, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear Ms. Thoma? The name Ms. Thoma. And so I will just read to you some of the things that come to their mind. Intimidating. Tominator. Sporadic. Tominator, energetic, temperamental, caring, Tominator. So it's a mix. It's a good mix. But if in this room right here, looking around, I see that we have not only kids that have been influenced positively and have furthered or plan to further their education and research at the suggestion of Ms. Toma. I even had one gentleman refer to her as the mother of all students, and now you can take that in a couple ways. But she is the mother of all students, okay? And that she holds you to the truth of your matter, which is if you aspire to go to Yale, she will be honest with you and tell you, don't waste your parents' money. You know, that she will be honest and make them hold true to themselves as to what their capabilities are, and she makes them work for that. And I think the greatest honor is that that came from the horse's mouth. You know, it came from her kids, and that speaks volumes. You know, we stand up in front of a classroom for 40 minutes, 7 times a day, and talk to these kids, and yet standing here in front of all of you for 5 minutes is really difficult when you try to put the 20-some years that Sue and I have worked together. She was the next person hired after me, right here at the school, and so that's a long time. And it was great because to have someone like Sue come in after me, after I had been schlepping for a couple of years, and she comes in and says, oh, I'll